Hello children, how are you? How are you today? I am good, I am well. What about you? Hello kids, welcome to savitaphawadeacademy. This is our science lecture EVS. New science in everyday life class for cbse board. Kids, today we start new chapter, fourth one. We on page number 46 and fourth number chapter title solids, liquids and gases. Kids, in previous class we learned condensation, boiling, icing, melting, evaporation. Yes, today we learn states of matter, change of states, solute, solvent and solutions. Okay, kids, all things take up space and have mass. Any substance that has mass and occupies space is called a matter. Solids, liquids and gases are the three states of matter. Identify the solid, liquid or gas in each example and then write them in the correct column to complete the table. Here is one table and please don't forget this one line. Any substance that has mass and occupies space is called a matter. What is a matter? Okay, solids, liquid and gas are the three states of matter. Example, very important, don't forget. Okay, this one our chapter name, solids, liquid and gases. See, this one a cup of tea. Okay, this one a ball, this one a glass and the lid, juice of a can, this one. Okay, see, tea cup, tea inside the cup, this one. Okay, steam, ball, air filled inside the ball, this one juice. Okay, glass and the lid, this one a straw. Okay, then we write down different solids, liquids, gases, which is the solid, which is the liquids and which is the gases. Okay, see, in a solids, cup of this one without tea, only tea cup in a solids. Okay, this one ball without air, with air. Yes, with air. Okay, ball and glass and lid is with juice as it is, this one glass and a straw, this one solids and liquid, tea. Okay, inside the cup, this one a tea is a liquid. Okay, and juice inside this one glass, this one a liquids we write down. And gases, which is inside this one ball, gases means air. Okay, and this one a steam, tea steam. Okay, you can see this one a gas and air which is inside this one a ball, this one a gases. Okay, now come to the points. We start our first one topic inside solids, liquid and gases, streams of matters. Okay, kids, all matter means or substances is made up of a small particles. These particles are arranged in different ways in solids, liquids and gases. See, solids like this means without space inside a particle, that one, and liquid means you can see it's loosely. Okay, see, we learn first about solids. Solids are substances in which the particles are packed very close. All particles you can see very close. Okay, for example, this one table. Okay, see, this one scissor, all particles very close. Okay, this one pen. Okay, this one scale. Solids. Okay, solids are substances in which the particles are packed very close to each other. Solids are usually hard and have a fixed shape. Pencil, book, chair and marble are example of solids. If we apply force, some solids can change their shape. For example, where your mother making chapati dough. Okay. For example, see, dough can be rolled out into chapatis and an interesting shape. Yes, your mother can make a triangle paratha, square paratha, circle roti. Yes. So, some solids on applying force can be bent or broken. See, this one spectacle can broken. Okay. And this one shoe can bend. This one book also can bend. Okay. For examples of solids, books, spectacle, shoes, okay, tables, pen, pencil, lot of examples you can give. Then about liquids. Liquids are substances in which the particles are not very closely. You can see particles are not very closely, and here particles are very closely. That one a difference. Okay. See, liquids are substances in which the particles are not very closely packed. Unlike solids, they have not fixed shape and can flow. They take the shape of the container they are poured into. You can see this one liquid inside a glass shape. If this one liquid inside a jar, that one jar shape. It's a small, it's a bigger, maybe it's a round shape. Okay. If you pour this one liquid in a bottle, that one bottle shape, that one liquid taken. Okay. They take the shape of the container they are poured into. Water, milk and juice are examples of liquids. If we pour some orange juice into a glass, it will take the shape of the glass. Okay. If we pour it into a bowl, that one bowl shape, that one liquid taken, it will take the shape of the bowl. Liquids can flow from one place to another and so are also called fluids. Yes. Solids can flow? No. Solids can broken, solid can bend, and liquids can flow and take a different type shape. Okay. Depend on which things we use: bottle, jar, can, round shape, circle shape, each one. Okay. Then see, gases. Gases are substances in which the particles are very loosely. Here particles are very loosely. Here you can see particles are very packed. Here you can see particles are not very closely. Here particles are very packed very closely. In liquids particles are not very closely, and here particles are very loosely. Okay, that one a difference, very important. They too have no fixed shape. Gases also have no fixed shape. Unlike liquids, they occupy all the available space. Yes, how much shape they have, that one thing. How much more? All gases take full of space. Okay. For example, balloon. If we fill inside air, all air take all balloon inside space. Okay. Say, air and cooking gas are example of gases. Air is actually a mixture of gases such as oxygen, nitrogen and carbon dioxide. Fluids means what? Liquids. Fluids include both liquids and gases. Fluids include both liquids and gases. Means liquid can flow and gases can flow. Okay. For example, type of balls are filled with air. Bicycle, this one tire, okay, tube, and this one a ball. And you can see liquids contain in a different containers. For example, round shape, bottle shape, round shape, circle shape, standing, which shape different I taken. Okay kids, now turn page and we want page number 48. Okay, let's remember. Write S for solid, L for liquid and G for gas. Also write one feature of each in terms of its particles. First one, tables. It is solid. Features what? Packed very closely. Second one, orange juice. This one a liquid. Packed not very closely. Milk. This one a liquid. Packed not very closely. Okay, it can flow. Okay, air. This one a gas. Feature packed very loosely. Okay, let's come. Next our topic is change of states. Kids, matter can change its form from one state to another. Okay, for example, ice melting, boiling. Okay, this time see the process by which a solid changes into liquid is called a melting. You can see ice inside, here fire on, and this one process being a melting. You can see here liquid. Okay, and then liquid being a gas, this one. Okay, the process by which a solid changes into a liquid is called a melting. When you take out an ice cube from the freezer and leave it at a room temperature, you will see that the ice starts to melt into water, means a melting process. When this water is heated, further water starts to changing into vapor. When this water is heated, then it's become a gas, vapor. Okay, steam. When this water is heated, further water starts to changing into vapor, means steam. The process by which a gas changes into a liquid or on cooling is called a condensation. Already we learned in a previous class. When you hold a cold steel plate over a pot of a boiling, here if we kept one plate, okay, you will see tiny drops of water condensing on the tray. The process by which a liquid changes into a solid on cooling is called a solidification. What? That one process called a solidification. Freezing of water into ice is form of a solidification. If you fill water in an ice tray and keep it in the freezer, you will see that after some time the water turns into a icing. Okay, see this one a solid. Then when we heat it, this one ice melting. Okay, then in a few minutes it became a liquid, heating, and that one liquid became a vapor, gas. Okay, means this one process called a changing states of matter in water. See, let's discuss here. Rani's scarf got wet in the rain. What could be the quickest way to dry her scarf? Rani's scarf got wet in the rain. Yes? Who can tell me answer? Second one. Rain is formed when water changes its form from one state to another in nature. Discuss how rain is formed. Because of we all know evaporation and then water forming. Okay, and Rani's scarf got wet in the rain. What could be the quickest way to dry her scarf? Use washing machine, or then dry down in fan or which is option? Tell me. Okay. Then next I start here activity C. M. To observe the process of a condensation, things needed mirror method. Stand very close to the mirror and take a deep breath. Second one, exert your breath onto the mirror and observe what happens. Observation is the mirror become a foggy. Okay. Conclusion, the deep breath is warm and contains water vapor. This water vapor condenses into very small droplets of water. When it hits the cold surface of the mirror, several of these water droplets causes the mirror to look foggy. Okay, in a winter season, it's looking a lot of, okay, means our mouth spray a vapor or a gas. Okay, see next, solute, solvent and a solution. Okay, we learn now. A solution is formed when two or more substances mix together such that they are evenly distributed. The substances that dissolve is called the solute. The substances in which the solute dissolve is called the solvent. Very important. Solute, solvent and a solution. Okay. Definition. Your science teacher, US teacher can give you. So please, this one topic very important. Okay. A solute and solute together form a solution. If we add salt to water, the water turns salty. In the same way, we can add sugar to warm milk and observe that happens. It's a sweet milk. Okay. You will see that in both the cases, the salt and the sugar mix with the liquid and dissolve in it easily. Okay. Here salt and sugar are the solutes because it's a dissolve easily. Which things dissolve easily, that one called a solutes. Water and milk are the solvents. Water and milk are solvents, and the salty water and the sweet milk are solutions, which being we got salty water and sweet milk, that one are solutions. Okay, see here, salt dissolve in a water easily, sugar dissolve in water easily. See, turn page and on next page, let's remember here for us. See, name the process involved in each of the following. Okay, see, this one heating, this one cooling, this one melting. Okay, see, Yash mix some sugar in his hot milk. Name the solute and the solvent in this solute. What is a solute? Which is a dissolve and which we use. See, if you have a confusion, solute means a sugar and salt, and a solvent means a milk and water. Means here solute, which is a milk is a solute and sugar is a solvent. Okay, and solution sweet milk. Okay, next is a separation of substances. There are two kinds of substances, soluble and insoluble. Soluble and insoluble. Separation of substances. There are two kinds of substances, soluble means easily we can solve, soluble and insoluble. Okay, soluble substances are those substances that dissolve completely in a solvent to form a solution. For example, salt and sugar are the soluble in water because it's easily dissolved. Insoluble substances are those substances that do not dissolve completely in a solvent. For example, sand, chalk, matchstick, candle, insoluble in water because it's can't dissolve. Okay, so insoluble substances. There are many ways in which we can separate substances from a solution. Soluble substances can be separated by heating the solution. For example, salt can be separated from the salt solution by heating the salt solution. Water evaporates on heating and the salt particles are left behind. Insoluble substances can be separated from a solution by the process of filtration. Okay, insoluble substances can be separated from a solution by the process of filtration and sedimation and decantation. A filtration, a solution containing insoluble substances is passed through a filter paper. On doing so, the liquid passes through the filter paper while the insoluble substances gets retained on the filter paper. For example, sand and water can be separated by filtration. See here. Okay, this one diagram also very important. Separation of sand and water by a filtration. See, this one you can see this one a sand and a water solution. Okay, and this one a funnel with the filter paper. Okay, and this one arrow showing sand gets retained on the filter paper, and this one clear water. Okay, now on next page number 51, an example of a filtration used homes is the separation of tea leaves from tea using a strainer. During sedimentation, the liquid is left undisturbed for some time. The heavy insoluble solids settle down at the bottom. The process in which insoluble substances settle down is called sedimentation. Then the upper clear liquid is poured into another container without disturbing the insoluble solids. This process is called decantation. Mud and water can be separated by sedimentation and decantation. See here, this one process is a separation of mud and water by sedimentation and decantation. Okay, see, this one sedimentation, this one arrow, this one dirty water, you can see mud settling down at the bottom of the beaker. Okay, and this one upper side, water being poured to another beaker without disturbing the mud, means clear water. This one here, and this one clear water. When without disturbing we pour here, this one a clear water. Decantation. Okay, means this one process, this one diagram very important, this one diagram also very important. Please draw 3 times. Okay, without naming, please don't leave that. Naming also very important. Labeling. Okay, that one labeling also very important. Kids, next let's remember, give one word for the following substances that completely dissolve in a solvent. Means what? Completely dissolve in a solvent. What? Soluble substances. This one, soluble substances, write down there one word. Okay, substances that do not completely dissolve in a solvent, completely not dissolve in a solvent means insoluble substances. Okay, then third one, the process in which insoluble substances settle down, that one called a settle down. Yes, you can search the process in which soluble substances settle down. You can see easily here, settle down, easily settle down. See here, this one, sedimentation. Okay, the process by which insoluble substance settle down, sedimentation. Okay, the next fourth one, the process in which a solution containing a insoluble substances is passed through a filter paper. Pass through a filter paper. Funnel with the filter paper. This one. See the process in which solution containing insoluble substance is passed through a filter paper. Separation of sand and water by filtering. That one may be filter paper. See. Okay, you can easily search answers. Okay, try, but don't cry. And I hope our video is going lengthy, so we stop here, and in next lectures we continue our let's remember and all exercises. Here keywords and summary very very important. Please bite it, write down 3 times. Without keywords and summary you can't write down nice question answers. Easily you can write down question answer when you bite keywords and summaries. So write down each and every keywords and summary 3 times. Please, please, please. Thank you very much, kids. Obviously this one exercise in next science EVS lecture we continue. Till it, bye bye kids. Thank you very much.